Welcome everyone to the third guide of any percent for NSLT. Starting with the route, the levels you play on both console and PC are the exact same. The order, however, changes. So to avoid getting the door cuts in twice, since you broke it on the first two worlds, you will alt out on a puzzle level on PC because it's faster to alt out of a puzzle. But in console, where alting out takes a very long time, you just do a normal level first and then just continue the rest of the levels. So for PC, you will start by going to this puzzle to the right, and you're gonna alt out after beating it. And then go to ladder match of the mind, whereas console will do ladder as the first level and then do the puzzle on the right. And then the route normalizes and they both do the same exact thing. As for puzzles, we'll generalize them because they're all done the exact same. Use mouse the jump button when entering the puzzle with the stick held to the top right to land on this piece of wood. Walk to the edge, double jump, tail swipe, and start doing some bonk hops until you get past the wall on the right and you get the bait. You can make this jump with a minimum of 3 bonk hops, so make sure to practice that. Couple notes: landing on the main ground will trigger dialogue, and even if you land, starting bonk hop right away is faster than sliding to the wall and then bonk hopping. So try to not land, and if you do land, just start bonk hopping right away. Ladder is a pretty tricky level. It highly depends on cycles that you barely made, but without much complicated, I would say random things, let's just start by going to the left to pick up the bounce pad, then try to land on a platform to try to double jump and pick up the L on top of the bird, and return to the platforms. If you can make it to the top from the right, like of the cycle, then it's pretty cool. If you can't, then it's just not a big deal. Then try to get into the top right of the section, pick up the star to go to the left, and hit the lever to pull out some platforms. Go to the right and you'll see a platform going up and down. This heavily depends on cycles, but I usually go under the spiky stick and try my best to get through the little hole between the stick and the star. However, you can wait for the platform to go up, so you can just jump over it. Head to the left and hit this box where the U is, and then go back with the star to go upwards. Hit the lever, pull out the platform, and bonk up on the right. Now you'll hopefully make the cycle of this platform, racing up and land on it, and keep the momentum of your run per se. But if you don't make the cycle, then just wait on the platform that's going like spinning around and try to reach the top. This said though, you might be able to hit the platform with a bonk hop, so make sure to try that. After reaching this platform, go to the left to reach the top, now to the right, tail swipe to pick the pink diamond. This will put the platform hidden because you also hit the lever, so make sure to tail swipe that again to get the platform back to normal. Bonk hop to the left platform and wait for the stars to be reachable. And after jumping on them, you try to go to the right, to the platform on the right. And after you reach the edge, you will head back and go from the hole that's between the platforms on top of you. So you'll go from in between the hole, you bonk up to the left, you slide, and then you will immediately tail swipe followed by entering the foxhole. This will make it so you pick up the coins on these boxes while also entering the foxhole. This background section, go to the right, double jump, pick up the timer. The timer coins appear in a circle between the three platforms rotating, and there are 3 of these sections, so make sure to pick them all up. After picking them all up, dive downwards toward the foxhole to get back to the main level. You may get a humming to the fox, which feels super nice to get, but it's also really complicated because you need to get cycles that you usually don't get and you can't see, so it's really tricky. After going back to the main level, make sure to head to the right, aerial tail swipe so you don't completely stop your momentum. And this is so the lever changes the platforms and you can reach the start. Hit the top lever and go to whichever platform is heading down, because if it's going up then you're not gonna reach it, but if it's heading down you're gonna reach it on time. Jump on the star, head to the left and pick up the C. Make sure to not forget about the C, okay? And now go to the right and to the top. Pick all big coins on this section to unlock the K on the center of all rotating platforms. And after you pick up the K, make sure to go to one of the platforms on the outside of the circle. And just try your best to go to the top and pick up all of the coins from really any side. I usually do it from the left. So a pink diamond appears, so you pick it up and then go to the top. Head to a left, bonk hop, and make your way upwards with the stars while picking up the big coins, at least until you have around 280s or preferably 290. And after you reach the starting platform, analyze your coin count. If you have 295 or more, pick the coins on the static platform you just landed and head to the left for exactly 300. If you have less than 295, go to the right and pick up a big coin. Then go to the left and continue your way to the platforms. Hit the lever to pull out the platforms when you need them, and rebuild the Y to pick it up. Take in mind that past this Y there are no more coins, so make sure you have 300 by this point. You reach after going to the top, you'll reach a spiky stick that goes up and down. If it's down, jump on top of it. Take a damage boost and then activate the lever once you reach the top. If it's up, jump below it once it starts going down to clip through it, because you'll be stunned by the damage boost. So by the time the stick goes down, the game just decides to push you upwards, because it's the quickest way it finds to just put you back, let's say, in bounds, even though like you're not technically in bounds. Like, yeah, you get it. Then jump to either the top lever if it's in reach, or the bottom star if it's not, to then hit the lever. After jumping on the top star, bonk hop a bit on the platform, slide and smash through the dialogue, and pick up the page. So that was quite an explanation, and yes, ladder is a bit complicated, but don't worry, you'll just, after you exit ladder, you just jump here and do a puzzle. So for our final level, we have a runner. It starts with a dialogue, so make sure to master it. There isn't much science to the runner, since it's just about your movement when there's a conveyor belt. So if the conveyor belts are going downwards, you should slide on them. If they're going upwards, you should walk on them. And if you're going backwards, like pointing to the opposite direction you're going, jump on top to avoid getting your speed reduced. This said, something slightly faster that I found is that not picking up this diamond, instead drop and pick up these coins, especially the big one, is a bit faster. However, to reach 300 coins, you need to damage boost with a dive on this spot, right after the K and Y. So if you're not comfortable with the tight route, picking up the diamond is just fine, and I would even recommend it if you're just starting out. After exiting the runner, go to buttons from the front, and we have an interesting boss nonetheless. It used to be the slowest boss fight, and now it's a very big time save of around a minute. So as soon as the boss fight starts, go to the boat. Use a couple of bonk hops to reach the cannon on the right. Turn the camera around, and as soon as the fireball stops shooting, start tail swiping to hit the bomb as soon as it spawns. After you shoot it back to buttons, death warp to the platform, to the main platform, and return a second bomb. This will trigger a semi-sequence break where buttons will head to the platform while the cats that recover your health are still spawning. So this is the first part to the glitch, and the second one depends on how you kill the cat. So make sure you kill the first two as soon as you can, so they're not annoying. And as for the third one, wait for it to shoot his bomb to tail swipe it back. Make sure you're not getting smashed by buttons while this happens, because it gets really bad. If you got this right, Button should head back to the boat with a weird animation where he's like at the same time twice, and more cats should spawn, meaning you successfully skip the second phase. Now head back to the boat and tail swipe the last bomb to win the fight, like how you did the first one. There are rare times when you set up perfectly yet you don't get the skip, so if more bombs are shot on the second phase, you can still skip the third phase. I wouldn't rely on it because it's not consistent, but you can still just go to the, like let's say you didn't skip the second phase, you can still go to the boat while the fireballs shoot out, and then do the exact same thing, which is hitting a bomb, then warping back and hitting the second bomb. And now there will be 3 cats, so you can experiment with it, but I feel like it has been more consistent to kill the 5 cats, and then the 6th one, unlike the third one on the last, like when it appeared 3, you kill it with like instantly as soon as he appears. But you could either wait a bit or just return his bomb. Like it's just really inconsistent, I would say, but you can still skip the third phase and get a bit of time save. And with that, we finished this world. Make sure to rewatch any parts you think you'll need help with, practice the levels, and good luck with your run. See you next time in Gilly Island.